Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, I haven't been able to get a lot of content out video-wise because I've been watching movies that I can do reviews on later on and also do my mystery reviews and whatnot. So, I am sorry about that. I've also noticed that ever since I broke 1,000 subs, I got up to a decent amount and then YouTube literally wipes out a small chunk of it. So, yeah, if you are sub to my channel or have been unsub, just check your subscription, see if you still got the bell on for notifications and whatnot. So, yeah. Now, this video is going to be semi-political. It is about the Uvalde, Texas school shooting. I am not going to mention the name of the shooter. I do not believe in giving them that attention. However, I will be covering an article about celebrities who are shamelessly politicizing this shooting. So with that out of the way, let's get into this. There are some woke celebrities, yes, they are considered woke, have opportunistically taken to social media to weigh in on the horrific Texas school shooting earlier this week, politicizing the tragedy and pushing for gun control and urging voters to elect Democrat candidates. On Tuesday, a person entered Robb Elementary School, Uvalde, Texas, carrying an AR-15 rifle, killing 19 children, 2 faculty members, and injuring 17 people, before he was reportedly shot and killed by an agent of the Border Patrol Tactical Unit. Texas Governor Greg Abbott issued a statement later that day. Texans across the state are grieving for the victims of this senseless crime for the community of Uvalde. Cecilia and I mourn the horrific loss, and we urge all Texans to come together to show our unwavering support to all who are suffering. It's very nice condolences and whatnot. However, some celebrities didn't really think so. We thank the courageous first responders who worked to finally secure Robb Elementary School. I have instructed Texas Department of Public Safety and the Texas Rangers to work with local law enforcement to fully investigate this crime. The Texas Division of the Emergency Management is charged with providing local officials and all resources necessary to respond to this tragedy as the state of Texas works to ensure this community has what it needs to heal, he concluded. Governor Abbott would then go on a lengthy press conference wherein more details about the gunman and the mass murder were disclosed to the media. As revealed by the information provided by the Texas governor, the shooter was a high school dropout with reportedly no criminal history identified yet, noting that the gunman may have had a juvenile record, stating that there was no mental health history of the shooter. Well, then, you know what? That's actually something that maybe people need to pay more attention to. You're not necessarily a psychopath just because you go out on a killing spree. Now, a lot of people will disagree with that statement. You got to be fucked in the head to go out and shoot some people. But that does not necessarily mean you have a history of mental health to do it, or in order to lead to that, you know? Abbott declared he had discussions with Uvalde community leaders, sheriffs, and Mayor Don McLaughlin, coming to the conclusion that we have had a problem with mental health illness in this community, and touching on the challenges the community is facing. I want to make sure everybody understands the mental health services that are available at this time. The governor went on urging those affected to access mental health, including the victims, the families, family members, friends, and law enforcement involved in this tragedy. Basically, he's saying that people should talk to somebody if they feel that this has affected them on any level mentally, meaning tragic sadness and whatnot. Basically, it's good to get what you are witnessing or hearing about or listening to as off your chest, so it doesn't stay with you and eat you from the inside. As it was expected, or as it was to be expected, activist celebrities saw an opportunity to promote their woke politics, calling for voters to elect Democrat candidates in upcoming elections and shamelessly pushing for gun control in the aftermath of the tragedy. Left-wing activist and actor Rob Reiner wasted no time blaming Republicans for the tragic incident, writing, "The blood of every child that dies of gun violence in this country is on the hands of the Republican Party." How so? How so? I would love to understand this demented way of thinking. Now, yes, I may be registered as a Republican, but that is only so I can take part in local elections, because in the state of New York, you have to be registered to one party or the other in order to do so. I actually am a constitutional conservative and choose to vote however I choose to vote, whether it be Democrat or Republican or even independent. So yeah, I just want to clarify that. I hope everybody goes home and hugs their guns a little tighter tonight. Read a tasteless tweet by unfunny comedian Michael Ian Black. In a follow-up tweet, Black simply wrote, "Repeal the Second Amendment." So you want people to be disarmed because an unlawful citizen decided to break the law. This is the common argument with many people who follow a more radical left view. They want to have gun control laws passed that will punish law-abiding citizens instead of further punishing unlawful citizens. But yeah, let's continue on. Pro-abortion advocate and actress Bette Midler shamelessly compared the tragedy to pro-life stances, asserting, "What in God's name are we doing? This has got to change. This nation is full of people who cannot control their worst impulses, and innocents always pay the price. Don't save fetuses only to have them die at school because you love your guns more than life. For shame," she says. Wow. Another person, David Cross, tweeted out the name of the shooter. I'm not going to say their name. Whispering into the ear of a 6-year-old as they bleed out, and then turned to the parents of their slaughtered child, wrote Arrested Development actor David Cross in response to the postcard or post shared by editor-at-large Grid Matthews Iglesias. So yeah, Iglesias wrote, "For all its very real problems, one shouldn't lose sight of the fact that the contemporary United States of America is one of the best places to live in all of human history, and there's a reason tons of people of all kinds from all around the world clamor to move here." So yeah, that was kind of distasteful, and David Cross saying that this is what the shooter said to a 6-year-old boy before killing them. Jeffrey Wright, "Our country is sick. Sick people protecting their fears and guns or political power above the children of others. We won't get well until we admit it." Well, there's just one problem. Every argument these people are making about protecting the children can easily be turned against them when it comes to things like, abortion. So, yeah. Still waiting, or he continues, still waiting for that story about when an AR-15 in civilian hands was beneficial to the common good. I'm pretty sure if we looked up something, we would find something, but yeah. Beauty and the Beast actor Josh Gad asserted, "We as a nation care more about celebs fighting in court than children dying in classrooms." That's a bold claim and not supported by facts. And to everyone who claims to be pro-life, where's your compassion for the children who die every effing week in this nation by military-grade guns you cherish? Well, that is another common misconception not supported by facts. The Armalite 15 rifle is not military, or is not a military grade weapon. An M16, which shoots full automatic, rapid fire, is military. The AR-15 has 1-shot and 3-shot burst. It is not met, or it is illegal to have it as a full automatic weapon. But, what do these celebrities really know, And it just goes on and on, folks. Rosanna Arquette, school shooting in Texas where 2 children were killed, and this was earlier before several more died. And we will not forget Buffalo. Gun violence is a sick epidemic in America. It's disgusting and cruel that GOP won't do anything this sick, violent trend vote these monsters out and get gun safety now. Well, here's the question that I actually will pose to people who want more gun control. What would you do? What is your preferred laws to stop this? Because honestly, it's nothing is or if you're saying nothing is working, then by all means, what is your solution? Because you know what I think? To be 100% honest, folks, it just keeps going on where there's many more idiotic celebrities saying that the Republicans are bad, Democrats are good, and whatnot. Here's the thing. My solution, here's what I would do. I would actually take a look at all of the laws about guns, and I would actually see if there are gun laws that are too restrictive. Meaning, this thing could have been prevented if citizens were allowed to openly carry, and also think about training teachers and hiring armed security for schools. You see, if we have a nation that does open carry like it did back in the heydays of or the earlier days of our nation, back in the 1700s and 1800s, well, here's the thing, folks. People would be less dissuaded to walk into a school and shoot up a bunch of kids if they saw that school was protected. Now, yes, does that mean that there is a danger for more gun violence? Yes. But we have the Second Amendment for a reason, so that citizens are able to defend themselves against a government if it decides to go tyrannical. Having more gun laws that are restricting law-abiding citizens from owning weapons and whatnot is not only illegal, but it weakens our nation. Less guns is not going to help. More guns in the hands of responsible citizens, that will help. Now, a lot of people are saying that is twisted logic. You're just a gun nut and yada, yada, yada. I don't own a gun. I do not own a firearm. The closest thing that I have to a firearm is this, which goes to this. It's a cane. Yeah. It's a cane. That's the closest thing I have to a firearm. But I do believe that people should have a right to own their firearms and educate their children on how to use a firearm if they need to defend themselves against somebody who is trying to kill them. We do not need less firearms. We need more. We need them in the hands of responsible adults. We need to stop thinking about punishing those who are law-abiding citizens for the actions of unlawful citizens. Those are my thoughts on this, folks. It is absolutely shameful that all of these celebrities are saying or are taking this tragedy and politicizing it. You want to politicize something? Politicize, policies that need to be discussed more than things that are already defended by the Constitution. Yes, gun violence is horrible. When a mass shooting happens, it is horrible. I am not going to deny that. But you do not, using common sense, you do not punish the people who are obeying the law by restricting them further, because when a person wants to kill somebody or break the law, they're going to do it. There's nothing you can do to make gun law or guns safer or whatever. This is insanity. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Stay tuned for tonight when I go live with Nerd with a Cigar as we discuss the Kenobi series. We are going to be reviewing the first 2 episodes. So, yeah. Pay attention to that. That will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And God bless America. Prayers for Uvalde and Buffalo. And fuck all these woke celebrities. Always remember, folks, stay humble.